Let's go to some stock picks. Drikus Calgro M3 stock I hold came out with the results on Monday. The results perhaps a little disappointing, but the commentary is certainly good and a nice looking business. And heck, we need houses in this country.
Yeah, and they're slightly pivoting the business. Obviously, we know the Memorial Parks has increased, and that's only about 8% of the group sales at the moment. But that will continue to increase, and that's a nice annuity income coming in for them, or definitely a diversify, if not annuity income. Sorry, but good cash liquidity on the balance sheet, about 150 million rand sitting there. You know, it's a better cushion than we had before. This is a company that had to go through a rights issue about 5 years ago, just before COVID, I think. And, you know, the company's earnings, I think, is a bit understated at the moment. I think, you know, a lot of the projects that they're doing at the moment, they've expensed. It's on the balance sheet, and they will only start selling them in the next quarter or two. Or the next year at least, and then that will translate into earnings. Interest rates are dropping. It makes the obviously property more affordable going forward in SA. I think they've pivoted into some nice areas of the property market. They're moving to the Western Cape, obviously, where there's big demand. And, you know, it's extremely cheap. I think it's sitting at close to 15 Rand NAV.
Yeah.
Even if you say, listen, they're going to struggle to earn their weighted average cost of capital, you know, put a discount of 40% on that, you still get you about, what, 8-9 Rand a share that it's worth. So I think there's some what we might call deep value here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the discounting of the NAV, because that 15 Rand NAV to me has never been a number I've held too much credence with. Bright, you're going with LVMH, numbers out. Everyone was asking me on the questions, why is Richemont flying? Well, because LVMH knocked it out the park and is up 14%, and you still like it at current levels.
So it was extremely cheap in the past 2 years. And, you know, if you've been following LVMH for a bit of time, you'll know that when leather goods doesn't do well, it trades like a commodity. So when leather goods, you know, sort of loses sales, doesn't do well, as soon as you see that leather goods market reverses, you see LVMH starting to pick up. And this was the first set of numbers that's showing that the leather goods is not really growing. It's just organic growth for the overall group is 1%, so it's turning positive. But the most important thing is that the deceleration in leather goods has sort of flattened. So you're seeing Dior and Louis Vuitton sort of, you know, flat in terms of, you know, losing market share, or, you know, not seeing as much shoppers, you know, coming to the market. So the expectation is we're going into holidays. You're gonna start seeing that leather goods number starting to pick up, and hopefully we at the beginning of a bull cycle for leather goods. So that's the reason why, you know, the number one, you're getting in on the cheap. Number two, cyclically, you're seeing a reversal in leather goods. And if, you know, their competitors are anything to look at in terms of leather goods, like you're saying, Richemont, and with their Chloe brand, and obviously Hermes, most importantly, also leather goods looking strong there. So, you know, I have it in good authority that we're going to see it, you know, the cycle here, see an uptick. So it's a good time to be buying LVMH.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the luxury sector, I mean, LVMH is having a knockout day, but the whole luxury sector globally is responding in kind to those LVMH numbers. That's all for Stockwatch today. Thanks to our guest, Bright Khumalo from Vestact, going with LVMH. Drikus Combrinck from Capicraft, Calgro M3 was his pick. Up next, the close.
Stockwatch is brought to you by Merchant West. Where others stop, we push further. Because we believe business as usual doesn't lead anywhere new. Go beyond with Merchant West. Finance, invest, insure.